Yo, yo, yo. It's Mario Mark Style. That ain't gonna happen. Hell no. Nothing's changed yet. Nothing's changed yet. Hey, Ann. What am I humming? I'm humming my team's celebration song because they won today. I've been humming it like 24/7. Hell yeah. I have no reason not to be. What's the matter, baby? You okay? All right, well. Crazy dog. Yeah, my team, won a second trophy in a matter of a week. So we won the double. So we won the cup today against one of our rivals. And we won like in the last minute. So it was like a really cool celebration. It's something I haven't seen in 24 years. So, yeah. Sometimes you gotta wait a long time to see something again. So, I watched it with my nephews, and it was pretty cool. They were laughing at me because I jumped up and celebrated, and they were laughing. They think they get a kick out of it. And I told them I've only seen this twice in my lifetime. So now they got to see it. Maybe they might see it more than once in their lifetime. But yeah, it was a fun day. I'm so happy that they won. Hopefully tomorrow my shirts come in with all the championship stuff. Then I'm gonna go see my friend tomorrow. He's got a shop here that like presses the emblems on the shirts. So I'm gonna go talk to him tomorrow and see if he can do me like 2 shirts real quick. Hopefully, I get to go see him tomorrow. I need to check. Let's hope. Gotta put this shit in the trash real quick. Trash. So yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And then when they see somebody head the ball and they're like, yeah. People are funny. The thing is like my team is like a top team in Portugal, but there's 2 other teams that have more trophies than us. So when we're like the underdog. So when we beat the big teams, it's like it's even more of a celebration. So we won back-to-back league titles, and then we won a trophy, the cup, the Portuguese Cup. We won it today. So, and we beat our rivals. So we beat them 3-1. We were losing 1-0 right up until the last minute. Then we got a penalty. Then we went extra time. We scored 2 goals. 2 more goals made it 3-1. And I was going crazy in here. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was so pissed. I thought they were gonna lose, and then all of a sudden, bang! I was like, no fucking way. And my nephews were like, no way. And I was like, look, man, you guys are witnessing history right now. This shit doesn't happen very often. But it was great to see my dad's happy too, because my dad is, he got to see it again in his lifetime. His 81, so he got to see it. He's happy. My mom's happy because she watches it too. It's like our family team. So, oh, I don't care. It can rain all fucking day. I don't give a shit. That's cool. It can rain all week. I'll be celebrating all week. I already ordered all my championship stuff, so it should be here this week sometime. So I'll be wearing green for a long time. Last year, my both of them won. The Celtics and as you can see, all the championship shit I have in the background. Both my teams won in the same year, which never happened in my lifetime. So I was like, this is fucking nuts. I can't believe this shit's happened. But unfortunately, the basketball team didn't make it this year. Injuries and bullshit. So not every year you're going to win, obviously. But my soccer team is more important than the basketball team. Because, like, the soccer team is my actual Portuguese heritage with my dad and stuff. So I'll choose my Portuguese team over an American team, obviously. But I love both. I was saying too, what the fuck is that? So yeah. So you want a reading for you and for KP if he shows up. How's he doing? I know he's been through all this bullshit with those chicks or whatever. It's funny because the one of the chick the chick that he one of the chicks he was talking about, the one that wrote that long ass thing, right? When I first saw her, she came in here because she met me in there. I subscribed to her, she subscribed to me. And then when I looked at her and I saw her, like, I was like, I don't like this chick. She's kind of weird. Like, She just rubs me kind of the wrong way. Like I can look at people and say, yeah. I was like, you seem a bit weird, but I don't know you. And I never went in her room, but she came in here like maybe last week and said hello to me. And I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Now, I can tolerate you and I can tolerate a lot of people, but what I mean is like the toleration and like being cool with somebody is one thing. But like I can tell by looking at somebody, I can tell whether or not they're full of shit, or I can tell like they're not really as genuine as what they say. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's what I'm talking about. Like a person would say, "Well, I don't know what you think about me." I don't have to think anything about you if I don't see nothing shady. If I don't see like with her when I first saw her, like her video, I clicked on her video to see what she how she talked and how she was, and I just looked at her and I was like, hmm, I don't really like this chick too much. I was like, I don't really like this chick. I don't really care if she comes in my room or not. But like I was just like, nine when I saw it, like, cause I'm subscribed to her, right, because of KP, right. And when I saw her post, I read the whole thing, and I was like, this is probably the most delusional shit I've ever read in my life. And I was like, why the fuck you gonna go through all of this shit just to write this shit when you could have just put it in two sentences? And all you're doing is just making yourself look like, you know, a victim of your own bullshit. That's pretty much what it is. It's a victim of your own bullshit. If you gotta like rant and say all of that shit in a page, like you really look stupid. And I wrote something on my community page right after that to make sure people understand like you're not supposed to be friends with all these people. Being friends with a lot of readers ain't a good thing. I learned that the hard way. I tried to bring everybody on here together and it didn't work because some of them will say, "Oh, you only want me to be your friend because you're trying to take my clients." Then, "Oh, why are you trying to bring us all together? We're all different." And I'm like, "Well, that's the whole point. If I can't help you, maybe someone else can. Maybe you can help somebody." I'm trying to give people options for help, options for answers. So if you're really who you say you are, then you'll be by my side so we can both help people. Because I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of doing. But if you come to me talking about, oh, I'm this and I'm that, and you ain't showing me nothing, all you do is do that, then what's the sense of fucking talking to you? Don't talk to me about what you want to fucking do and then you don't do it. Because then you lose my interest. I lose my interest in you and your word. Your word is something that I take to heart. Like, so if you tell me you're gonna do shit and you don't do it, then that don't make no sense me talking to you because all if I were I can't take you serious in this like type of thing. We all say things and we don't do it, right? But if you're really about a psychic life and you really are a real reader, then fucking prove it and shut the fuck up. Or yeah, you know what I mean? Either prove it or shut up and stop portraying a fraud. Like. And if you got a problem with a reader, don't go fucking bash the person. Just move on. Like. Just say, look, I can't deal with that person. I'm going on. You want to talk shit, and then it's gonna be like a online war for nothing because all you're doing is allowing the energy to deteriorate for you, not for that person. That person is probably loving it because you're sitting there talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, whatever. Like, that's why like people are weird. Like they always, uh, you know, find a way to try and destroy somebody's happiness, which is sad. Or they always try to paint a picture to everybody else. And then the thing is that person that was running their mouth, they only have like a couple hundred people subscribe to them. Like, who are you really talking to? Who are you really talking to? A couple hundred people? Wow. You know, that's who you're talking to? Like, who fucking cares? Like, you ain't even talking to 100 people because if you look at that post, it didn't even get no response. It was just like one or two comments and a couple likes. So really, you ain't really talking to 100 people. You're talking to like a handful of people that don't even give a shit. Hey Fiona, how you doing? So like the whole point is like people gotta understand like it's not worth talking about people who are irrelevant. What's up, Mikey B? Yeah, it is. I like it. I haven't worn it in a long time, so I thought I'd wear it today. All right, and let me check what's going on with you. Okay. All right. All right. So basically, what I get here, as far as like your energy and what's gonna happen soon, is just have patience. I know patience is something that a lot of people lack, but I feel like you're patient. I feel like you can be patient. If you need to make adjustments, make the right adjustments. Spirit says you can be a good influence, and you're taking the good influence from others as well, which is good. Find a successful combination that works for you. Also, stop worrying about like the bitter experiences you had. Don't dwell on them. Don't talk about them. You know, try to understand that these experiences and you being unhappy and you being disappointed about certain situations from the past or even the present. Those things can just imagine like you throwing something in a river like that, and then you watch it go down the river and you can't see it no more. Try to think about that. Hey Dan, what's up, bro? Thanks. So these are the things that spirit wants you to do with your energy. Is you got to bring together the perfect situation for you, right? Don't punish yourself no more. Don't live in controversy. Don't be unhappy. All the weird experiences you go through, don't even mention them. Stop talking about things that are irrelevant to you. Like I was just preaching just now. This is another thing that, you know, um, this is another thing that Spirit keeps telling a lot of people, and they tell me to tell you, is that you have to reflect on the good things, meditate if you want to, be loyal, offer your services, show the efforts, you know, share the efforts, I mean, with others, and go towards a specific goal that you want, and just do it and get it, you know? Um, People believe you're trustworthy, and I feel like you show them you're trustworthy. People think you're helpful, and people look at you as someone who can offer something to them, you know? So these are the things that you can do, and you will do, obviously, because I see it here in the cards that these things. But it shows me good and not bad. It just shows me that you might still when we're alone, we think about things sometimes, or we get reminded about certain things that we go through, right? So You have to say to yourself, okay, look, I have to keep focusing on the positive shit. So when you're talking to a bunch of people, you're not even thinking about the bad shit or the negative stuff, right? Because your mind is in a different, state. So when you get yourself to a point where, I'm starting to think negative shit, I'm starting to think about, negative stuff, what happened to me in the past. I can't play victim. I'm not a fucking victim of this shit. It's not gonna happen. You got to say, you know what? What am I doing that's great in my life? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You got to keep diverting and manipulating your own mind to think, I am a good person. I don't give a fuck what this person thought about me. I know what I'm doing is right. I don't care if I'm not getting what I want out of this. I know I'm getting something out of it. See, we all of us have to keep blocking out what everybody else thinks and what everybody else judges and what everybody else wants and labels us as. As long as you're happy and you adjust things and make things right for you, then that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So that's the energy I see here. That spirit wants you to stop dwelling on any disappointments, anything you're disgusted with, anything that you feel is self punishment, controversy. All these things are things you don't even need to be dealing with. Because when you start absorbing that shit like a sponge, what do you have to do when you absorb something with a sponge? You have to wring it the fuck out in order to get rid of it. So if you imagine that you're a sponge and you see your hands going like this to take all the shit out, and it goes, where does it go? It goes down. It doesn't stay up no more. So you gotta keep like telling your mind, look, I'm not even gonna think about that shit today. It's not happening. You see what I'm saying? That's gotta be the situation. You know? What's up, KP? How you doing, bro? Uh and paid for a reading for you if you want it. She said when you come in here, if you do, she's giving me a donation for a reading for you. So if you want to ask me something or if you want something, just let me know. Mikey B, I'm no one's man. No woman can have me. They gotta pay to have me. I'm off limits. I don't want them. Oh no, no, no. That'll never happen. Man to man is so unjust. But if you want to go that way, I can't be. No. You can't even pay me that much. No, bro. Sorry. Rudy Roo. Rudy Poo. Speaking of my woman, she's here now. Sorry. This is my woman right here, Mikey B. See, that's why she's giving me the. She's like, Mark's in here. Somebody wants to claim my man. What the fuck is going on? No, no. You can't claim my man. My man, my man. Just holler at her, bro. If you got game, then you can get her. I can't get you her a woman. You gotta get her yourself. You gotta hop on it, bro. Prime her up. See if you got game. You can have whatever you like. You just gotta go get it. No, I ain't nobody's wingman. I can't do that there. My man, my man. All right, KP said because I read, I don't really ask questions, but I'll take an in-depth general. All right, bro, I'll hook you up. No problem. I got you. That's crazy. Hmm. Well, I think I have to have the same conversation I had with Anne with you. Hmm. All right, so KP, what I'm getting overall in general is this. You might have you obviously have been through some unexpected stuff, weird experiences. You might feel like you don't have any real success or lack thereof. You might like say, I really have set myself to realize one goal, maybe two, maybe more. But you might be unhappy and you might be punishing yourself from time to time, also thinking about and being disgusted and disappointed with people's behavior. And I see you being unhappy. I see you having these bitter experiences. I see that you might be feeling stuck in your life right now and figuring out what the heck am I going to do next or what can I do to make it better. I'm also getting that people know that you're people know and like the fact that you teach people things. Hey Fiona, I don't know if I said hello to you. Shit. If you're here, Fiona, hi. She's here. I didn't even see her. Okay. All right. Like people know you're loyal and you help them, reflect on things and you offer your services, your efforts, you know, and you people trust you. People know you're very helpful. People don't look at you. Some people don't look at you in a bad way. They just know that, some people obviously can trust you. Some people just say, this man just caused me sadness, or they might think you're selfish, or they might feel like, uh, they might make you feel some type of way, or they might portray you as this person who causes sadness, conflict, someone who made them sad, blah 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 blah. But that's just what he said, she said, whatever. That doesn't matter. There also could be like a man who has caused you sadness, a man who is wicked or evil, a man who you know that you don't want nothing to do with. So this could be either you feeling like you can't trust a certain guy, or a guy that you deal with is causing conflict or causing you to feel like upset because this man could have done something to you that made you feel upset. And if it isn't that, then it could be people or someone thinking that you are the type of person that causes conflict or cruel or whatever. So this is somebody who could portray you as that person, or you know somebody like that and you need to get over it, right? But you don't know like how to, or if you really want to deal with that or not, or you stay away from that person. So the most positive thing I have here is the Page of Cups, which is you. Someone who is, intent, someone who can help people, like, with their services, someone who shows effort, someone who has a specific goal in life that they need to do, someone who people can trust and people know that you're helpful. But the Page of Cups is someone who's offering minimum. They could be offering a lot more, but they offer the minimum and they feel okay with it. And they know that they can do more. But in order to get from that page to the knight and the knight to the king and be the king, you got to you got to put in the work, you know? So right now, the cards are telling me that, you have what it takes, but there requires more effort. And when I tapped in, when your mom came to me the other day when I was in your room, that's the first thing she said. And it's showing up in the cards here again that despite what you've been through, you got to know your worth. And in order to be and to get from the page to the king, you got to start acting like one and start showing that you are, you know? And, you know, this is how you might be viewed by others, and this is how you might view yourself. That you are someone who can be trusted. You are someone that can teach and show and tell people how to do things and from your experiences and so forth. But it comes a point in life where you got to say, I know what I've been through, and I'm going to use those things to motivate me, and I can talk about it freely without being emotional and without being sensitive, and I can tell people, hey, look, if I can go through this bullshit, so can you. If I can get over the bullshit, so can you. If I'm here now, I'm sure I can go further. You know. So in general, it's telling me that the more desire and determination and willpower you show, you can attain your goals. You just gotta make some smart choices. It's that simple. So all the bullshit, you gotta, you learn from it and you go forward. That's all. Well, those are the people. If people don't if people don't want to put in the work, right, the way you want them to and the way you show them to, then you don't help them anymore. You move on. And see, the thing is people know and don't know. People like see and they can see. People want to learn and they don't, and they do learn and they don't. So you can't give up. You can't think that you're the problem. Because if you think that you're the problem, then you're not going to go nowhere. You got to keep teaching to those ears that want to listen, not the ones that want to hear. And that's what happened with me a long time ago. People said, Mark, I want you to teach me how to, read tarot. So I did 7 online classes, and I had a total of maybe 20 people that attended those 7 classes off and on. I had maybe another maybe 20 people that bought the actual videos because I sold the videos all as a package to teach you how to read tarot and stuff and teach you what deck you need to do. Some people, said, it definitely helped them, and out of those people, I've only seen a couple people who actually are out there, and that have a channel and want to do it. Some people just want to learn and don't want a channel and don't want to read people. They just want to know how to do something. But you can't, like that saying, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't force him to drink. So when we have a talent and we try to spread it and give it to others and teach others, that doesn't mean that you can't have like some confident expectations that that person is going to be just as good as you, or they're going to like say, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. That's very rare that someone's going to tell you those words, right? Because it's still up to that person to make that decision to be just as good or better, or to even take the practice and go forward. So it's not your fault. The teacher can teach, but the students have to learn. And then if they learn and then they take the what they learned and make something out of themselves, and you become a great teacher because you motivated that person to do what they wanted to do. But it still has to do. It still has to, life goes on for you. I can read everyone in this room and tell you what spirit wants you to know, but whether you do it after you leave here is up to you. I can't force you to do anything. And if you don't do it, I'm just going to look at you as somebody that was talking to hear themselves. Like I just finished saying a while ago. And I can look at you and tell what you're about. And if I see you, or I hear you, or I listen to you, I know you're full of shit, or I know you're really serious. And I'm sure a lot of people can do the same thing. Exactly. All I gotta do is listen to you for 30 seconds and I know you're full of shit. Or I know you're really serious. But actions speak louder than words. So those sayings have been around forever and I'll use them to the day I die because that's what people fail to realize, that those sayings mean something, mean what they mean. And if you don't do those things, then you're wasting my time and you're wasting yours too. Yeah. So that everybody can always do better. Even myself. I'm not perfect by no means, and nor do I ever claim that. I have a lot of work to do. I'm still trying to learn more and make myself better, and the only way I can do it is come on here every day or try to come here every single day. There's some days I come on here 3 times, one time, not at all, and maybe three times, whatever. I'm gonna try and do what I have to do to help people. And sometimes I help you guys help me understand that life is never gonna be perfect, and what you're going through is nothing compared to what I'm going through. And I don't compare lives, I just compare scenarios and situations and say, fuck, they just told me what they've been through. That's nothing compared to what I've been through. So if I can do it, they can do it, they can do it, I can do it. And that's what it all boils down to, whether or not you want to better your life. You know? Doing a lot of this ain't gonna get you nowhere. All that talking and not showing no action and not showing results, you ain't gonna convince nobody but yourself. So that's the main thing. About that action, boss, for sure. You be all right, bro. You welcome. I got faith in you. I know you can do it. I know you can better yourself. I know that you'll find a way. We go, have these little roadblocks here and there or situations that kind of make us doubt or want to give up or want to like, say to ourselves, why now or why this person or why that or why this. It's the you gotta understand. Everybody's gotta understand that we're gonna get no one's life is perfect. No one. And if you can understand that you're never gonna be perfect, then you can live with yourself. That's the main thing. The best way to live with yourself is to know that you're not perfect. Yvette, I got your donation. Thanks. You can ask your question. Acceptance of yourself and your own life brings you to your next level. That's the best adjustment you can make is to yourself. Never ever go by what somebody wants to make you do. You got to do what's right for you. Fuck these people. Straight up. I've been on here for 6 years and I listen to everybody tell me, oh, yeah, you should do this, you should do that. And every time I hear those words, I should do this and I should do that, it never works. But when I do what I want, that's when it works. Remember that. Do what you want to do. Don't do what everybody else wants you to do. You do what the fuck you want. It's your life. You gotta live it the way you want to. Fuck these people. You gotta get to a point where you just gotta be like, I ain't listening to you. I'm gonna do whatever I want. And if whatever you do doesn't work, you'll learn through those lessons. You'll learn. You know? Woman, how am I supposed to find out what's gonna happen next year? Do I look like I have a fucking crystal ball? You better just enjoy the D you get now. It's still 6 months, 7 months left in the year. What you worrying about next year's D in love? What you trying to do to me, woman? Lord Jesus, please help me today. As Yvette looks for a D and a man and love for 2026. Spirit, forgive me. I know you don't see that far, but just forgive her for me, please. Nah, fuck the rest of this year. I don't want no D. I'm putting a chastity belt on, and I ain't getting no D. And I'm gonna wait till January 1st, 2026, and say, okay, I'm here, guys. Who wants to give me that D? Lord, please forgive me. I'm just teasing you, Yvette. I pack her with a cape. See, Yvette, meet my friend KP, Sacred Self Healing Center. He's looking for some coochie, a good woman. But you can tell him like he has to put in the work for the next 6 months. Tell him he's got to get to know you for 6 months, and on January 1st, 2026, he can start to date you. See, I ain't even had to shuffle the cards. I already got you a date right here. Prepare yourself, KP. Yvette knows, Dan. She knows the deal. She loves it. Yeah, see, look. Push ups, sit ups, squats active. Oh, man. See? There you go. But because you don't see nothing here, because you don't see nothing this year, doesn't mean it won't happen. If God's telling you to sit down, all right, then you shouldn't even be worrying about it. Let Him take the wheel. All right. So, what it's telling me for next year is that if you put in the effort and you show that you are an understanding, friendly, loving, caring woman, and you show your meaningful expressions and you have very sincere interest in having a real love life, then it's possible it can happen. But I actually don't see like an actual guy here or actual person. It's telling me that next year, from now until next year, you can possibly find somebody if you have the ability to express yourself to someone and express your love to someone in a sincere way and in a way where the person says, hey, look, this woman is really about that life. So it's basically going to depend on you, whether or not you get this love. Because the only way you're going to attract the love to yourself is if you show a man that you're interested in or is interested in you, that you are understanding. Because the Queen of Wands shows up here. And the Queen of Wands is a woman that is, sympathetic, understanding. She's someone who's friendly, loving, kind, and someone who is like, has sincere interests and expresses what she really wants and just don't say there, you do everything for me. You know, you have to really express what the heck you want, and that's like the main thing. If you express what you really, really want, then that person is going to be attracted to what you want, not what you look like, you know? So for you to show up as the Queen of Wands for next year, that's pretty much telling me that if you show a man that you're about the life that you want, then you'll get it. And I got the Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot. I got all good cards here for a potential love life next year, yes. But a man a man that's going to be the man that's interested in you and wants to be in love with you has to see that side of you. They're not worrying about you're fine as fuck. They're not worrying about whether or not, you're a sexy ass model and all that type of shit. They want to see through that. Like KP said, you got to look eternally. So they want to see what's on the inside. They know what they see on the outside, but what does it is it the full package? You know? And it's not even about what the man wants, it's also what you want too. Do you want to be a bitch and a miserable fucking, person and be like, a control freak or be controlled? Or do you want to be this loving, kind, compassionate, sympathetic woman that will be able to show her expressions to her man? Right? So it's very possible because I got all the above for next year, you know. Yeah, exactly. Hey, LZ. Rudy, I got you next. You can you're next when you're ready to ask me what you want. Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with that. So, if you don't want nothing this year, but see, it's not, I'm going to say it because it's true, you know? Um, you, there's no control over you just saying, I want this next year because I don't see this year. Oh, this shit can happen next week or next month or still this year. It can still happen because what's in our fate and in our destiny is not, it is somewhat, up to us. We can, reject everyone and say I'm not ready until next year. But you can possibly have someone in your life in the next 2 months that it develops into next year. So don't give up on, or don't exclude the next 7 months of your life just because you don't want it. It all can happen. Like, if you want, you said God's gonna make you sit down. God's gonna bring whatever, whenever it's ready for you, He's gonna bring it to you. So it's up to you to say. See, that's the thing. We have free will, right? So you just said, I don't want nobody till next year because I don't see it this year. But that necessarily might not happen. So it's not about time and when and where. It's about, like, when it actually happens. Like, and it can happen any day. You can meet a guy tomorrow and everything just happens. And you're like, I didn't even want this, but you know what? Here it is. I gotta like take it. It's here. It's right in my fucking face. So don't exclude it out of your life. Don't have the free will to ruin it. You can have free will to ruin your own love life and your own life. That's why it's called free will. Free will to fuck it up or make it happen. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Free will is not just good, it can be bad. So that's what I tell people. They just don't understand. I have free will to do this. Yeah, you have free will to fuck your life up too, idiot. What are you talking about? Rudy, you said LZ can go first? Okay. Yeah. Sometimes people, lie in their jokes too. The main thing is to take the positive out of everything. Because there is negative and positive in everything. You just got to keep taking the positive out of every situation. The more negative you are, then it's going to sit there and just sit there in your brain all the time. That's the main thing. Is when you do have a negative situation, if you turn it into a positive, then everything's fine. If you keep dwelling on the negative, then it's not going to work properly. You know? All right. What Dan didn't tell you is, is she had to put up with him all these years, not the other way around. Dan be like, hey, that's not true. You don't know what I have to deal with. Poor girl. Hey Maria, how you doing? Oh shit. I'm doing good. Oh boy. Somebody's gotta do it, Dan. Somebody's gotta save these damn Aquariuses. All right. Okay. So LZ, what I'm getting here is look at what's gonna happen in the future is opportunities, coming events, new things. Also, like make sure that when you make a plan or you have something planned, it might not go according to plan. It might fail, or it might be like something that surely arrives and then goes away just as quick as it comes in. You might have a lot of distractions, be confused about things, mentally worrying about things, feeling like there's not nobody compatible with you at this time in some areas of your life. I also get that you might think there's a lack of friendship around you. I get I get like plans that you might make but you might not go through with them, or people might make plans with you and then cancel them. So it's either way. At sometimes you might feel kind of like, unhappy about certain things. You might think that the future is one way and then it becomes another. I feel like you have mixed emotions, mixed feelings about certain things, especially like certain parts of your life. But I've gotten this card a few times today, and it's the Page of Cups, and that is a person who studies, who's very intent, who reflects, who meditates. A person who is very loyal, a person who offers their services. So, a person that's very trustworthy, and a person that could also be like a stranger to somebody, but they already can tell that they can trust you because of your vibe or how you talk or how you come across. But it also means that it's a person that offers a certain amount and not willing to offer more because they know that the person that they're offering to might not want their offer, or they might just not want their services, or they might not trust them. So there's doubt there when you're in that energy from other people or from you to other people. So you might not be happy with how a lot of things are going, and you might feel like kind of like I need to be alone. I don't want to be around a lot of people. And then when you are alone, you might say, you know what? Is it something wrong with me? Is it something wrong with what I'm doing? Do I need to change something? Do I need to do something better? So you might be mentally like drained about thinking about life, how it's going, what you're doing next. Why isn't this happening? Why isn't it that happening? So you might be asking the question, why isn't this going the way it's supposed to be going? But the most important people around you view you as somebody that they can trust. And whatever goal you have in the next month, just go for it and just deal with it without even saying anything to anybody. Sometimes we got to keep our goals to ourselves. Yeah, even though you'll be reflecting over the summer, don't let it like mentally drain you. You know, don't think about like all the negative things and the negative people. And we discussed this before. Like when you're not going to be around those people that are the way they are, I feel like your energy would be a lot better. But you have to also prepare yourself to, get over it mentally and just say, you know what, all this shit happened for a reason. And then you might look at it and say, you know what, I did all this overthinking for nothing. And I'm wasting my fucking time thinking about all this shit when I could just be keep focusing on myself. So a lot of the readings today have shown up with them as the same cards. And it's pretty much telling me that when Spirit shows me the same damn cards for everybody, even though I shuffle the shit out of them, the message is clear. Everybody's got to keep worrying, keep doing what they have to do and stop worrying and do exactly what they have to do and what they want in life. Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I see like canceled plans or plans that might fail, or it might be a short lived thing where, there's you might go on like a little short trip where you just say, look, I just need to get away for a few days and I'm good. Or there might be a misunderstanding for a couple of days and then it gets resolved. So either way, yeah, you guys got a holiday tomorrow. It's not a holiday here. Not in Bermuda, it isn't. We had our holiday on Friday. It was Bermuda Day. Rudy Pill, where are you? And after Rudy, I have Maria. You know Maria? Maria pain in the ass. Yeah, I feel like that's the case, LZ. Yeah. Yeah. Some people don't even care about the veterans and shit. They're all out there suffering. And people don't care. It's fucked up. All right, Rudy, you said something happened today. I wanted to know what Terrell feels about me. And are we ever gonna get back together in the future? Because I want to close the door. Well, if you want to close the door, then close the fucking door. That's all. It, if you feel like this person gives you the red flag, right? And you don't want to deal with them no more, then don't deal with them. You only you can close the door. You know, if they ain't doing what you want them to do, if you're giving and they're taking and they ain't giving back, or they ain't treating you with the same respect or the same thing, then you gotta just get rid of them. For every person that we get rid of, another person comes into our life. It's that simple. You know. All right, LZ. Take care. Have a good holiday tomorrow. Hey, Joanna, how you been? Long time no see. What you been doing? Cheating on me again? Hope you're doing good, Joanna. I'm just teasing. All right, Rudy. Yeah, I'll check to see what's up with this guy then. You're good. Good to hear. All right. Oh, you had to travel for work. Oh, okay, cool. How was it? Good. Hmm. Well, it looks like this person, Terrell. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Glad it worked out for you. Well, this person, Terrell, how they think about you is they're confused about you. They're confused about what you really want. Um, they know that they've made mistakes. They know that there's a lot of mental like anxieties here, a lot of overthinking. They feel like they feel like there's a friendship between you and them, but there is no real meaning. And they feel like if you were to get together with them in a relationship, it won't be no real love. And they think that, you guys are incomplete and he doesn't know what to do. He feels like you're very like indecisive and reluctant to be with him 100%. And another thing that he feels is it's about it's a lot about like taking a chance. He doesn't want to take like 100% chance on you because he knows that he would have to financially, be stable. He'll financially have to like he feels like he would have to financially help you or financially like be there for you. So he's got a lot of like, ifs, buts, ands. I don't know. I'm not sure. A lot of distractions and he don't want to make a mistake. He doesn't want to take the chance or gamble on completely going all in and trying to be this person that you want him to be. And then he's like, you know what, if I do, it's gonna be a risk. I might lose everything. I might lose her, my friendship, the whole 9 yards. So I don't think this person like is it wants to be in a serious relationship or serious friendship with you. I think they want to keep their distance, and because they think that you are not they think that you're not gonna approve of maybe what they want or what they how they feel, and they also look at you as somebody who like doesn't show them a decisive answer or a decisive feeling. So everything seems like how he feels about you is like I don't really know. He doesn't really know what to feel about you, but like in a positive way, he can't think that. He thinks that it's gonna be like a negative thing. So I don't get that he wants to be serious. I don't see a serious like feeling or option that you are for him. Hey Tanya, how you doing? So that's how he feels. Let me see what your question is. You said I wanted to know what Terrell feels about me. So I would say you're not going to get back together in the future because I don't see that. I don't even see a glimpse of that. I don't see him like wanting that at all. So I don't know if that makes sense. Or, like I said, he might feel like you don't want nothing to do with him. Because you're asking me what he feels about you. And if, like I said, if this is completely about you, then he thinks that you're not gonna do, you're not gonna be there for him 100%. Rudy's like, okay, great, fuck him. Time to move on. Who's next? So I would say not even to like deal with this person because they don't think that you're about that life. They don't think that you're actually gonna give them the time of day or be worth your time or worth theirs. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm in pain sometimes too, but you know. Well, that's the thing. You might you can have somebody's back, but when it comes to them being more than you just having their back, it's not probably not gonna work. That's why there's certain people that in your life are gonna be a certain part of your life. There's gonna be someone who's gonna be, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your man, my man, and you and gonna be more than that, or it might be somebody who's just a friend and that's it, or somebody that's just a coworker, or someone that's just someone who's a platonic friend, or whatever the case may be. But with this guy, he doesn't feel like he wants to go further than what it is. He'd rather leave it the way it is. So, however you and him are, it's gonna stay that way. He has. I don't think he has intentions of like, wifing you or being with you or like, giving you anything. Now, if you have helped him, he probably got what he wanted and that's it. Yeah, which is great because then you don't need nobody like that in your life. That means you can move on and not have to deal with that person. You can still be cool with them, but if you want to, but there's not going to be like an equal give and take exchange between both of you. I don't get that. Oh, Maria, Maria, you remind me of a side story. You're welcome, Rudy. Wish you the best always. Hopefully, your move is going well. All right, Maria, you said a journal for you and Walter, the usual, with the love of your life. Oh, so cute. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, I think it's cute. Yeah, you didn't write a paragraph. I guess you're finally learning. That's good. I knew it'll register in that brain of yours one day. I knew it would. I've been praying for you, but sometimes God says, look, bro, I ain't got no time for that. You gotta let her understand that shit on her own. All right, Maria, let's check, see what's going on. I'm just teasing you. All right, let's see. Today I've been getting a lot of the same cards for everybody. All right, let's check what's going on. Let me shuffle up these damn cards. Hmm. Boy. Yeah, I see that. I'm not getting good cards here. I'm not getting anything good today. And that's probably why. Didn't I tell you a day or two that, or last week, or this week, didn't I tell you that he's been drinking and shit? And you said, yeah, yeah, he is. Mhm. And the reason why he's been fucking drinking, because he's off tomorrow. He's like, yeah, I'm getting fried. He's like, I'm gonna get a drink and I'm gonna get fucked up. Yeah, I do see excessive drinking and feeling like shit. And the reason he is doing this a lot is because of where he lives, what he's dealing with at home, setbacks, feeling like he doesn't have the stability. I feel like because he didn't get that job, he probably like was like, fuck, now what? He probably feels down about not getting that job offer. I think that's affecting him a lot mentally. I see him being like having anxiety and feeling impatient. He feels like he's lost a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of things. He's feeling insecure. He might be a little quiet here and there and not say too much. His imagination is running wild. Like he wants shit to happen, but he doesn't do it. He feels like he might lose your friendship and relationship with you. He feels like you're gonna be like, this guy's an idiot. I'm gone. You know, like he might say to himself, "Is this woman really gonna put up with me?" But sometimes it might be the other way around, like how I feel. Sometimes should I really put up with this damn woman? But I see like him dwelling on his past a lot. You know, yeah. I mean, you and him are good as far as you guys communicating and all that stuff, but it shows me that the only thing he feels about you is that he might lose you from what he does, you know? Like you might say, I don't want a person that drinks and tells me they're sick and doesn't really doesn't really see me as much as I want to see them, but he's already told you that. He's already said, I'm sorry I can't see you all the time, but I still love you and all that type of shit. So that part, if you can tolerate that, then everything will be okay. But he still fears that you, right, are gonna say fuck off and I'm gone. So like I spoke to somebody else, my other friend in here yesterday. I said, I'm sure you can leave your man and find somebody. And she said, yeah, in 5 minutes. And I believe that. And we had a laugh about it. And I'm sure he knows the same thing about you. That if you leave him and you tell him, look, I don't want to be with you no more, he knows you can find somebody in 5 minutes. And most people can. So he has these setbacks with his home where he lives. Where he lives is giving him stress. Yeah, pretty much. He's got a lot on his plate, and I've been telling you this for months now that until he himself makes a change, then he's gonna live in this same cycle over and over and over, and you can't change it because if you were his motivation to change, it would have been done already. Yeah, because I got the Tower card here, and that tells me that the Tower card to me is the definition for me is like you live in you're in a place that's crumbling and it's not going good for you. You're not happy where you live. You're not happy where you are because there's setbacks and there's a loss of stability, money. There's like, there might be someone there that you ended a friendship or relationship with, or a death or something like that, and then it makes you not want to live there no more, you know? And then it shows me him here, reversed, like he has a lack of imagination, like he thinks about things that he wants to do, but he delays it, or he thinks that he can't do it, or he thinks if I try to better my life, someone evil is gonna like ruin it for me. Like he's the type of person in the cards. He's telling in the cards, it's telling me that he's the type of person that he fucks up his own life by saying it out loud into the universe. Oh, I can't do that because somebody will fuck me over. A lot of people are like that. They'll be like, oh, I'm never gonna get that because somebody will ruin it for me. If you keep thinking like that, then you're gonna keep going in a cycle of I'm getting something and then it's gonna get destroyed. Especially if you preach it into existence, it'll happen all the time. You'll be in a merry-go-round cycle. You'll be jumping on and you'll be getting thrown off. And that's a cycle he's in now. Until he like says, okay, enough is enough. I don't give a fuck about this place. I'm gonna move. I need to get out of here. I need my sanity. I need my life. I need my whole life back. So if he doesn't do that, then it's not gonna change. But between you and him, I don't see nothing, no problems. He just fears that you might say, you know what, Walter, fuck you, I'm out of here. You're not giving me enough time and effort. You pissed me off, goodbye. He fears you saying that to him. But obviously you reassure him of, that you want him. So, and like I say to everybody, you are who you hang around. So if you want to be around somebody like that, then you have to deal with it. If not, then move, go. You know. Well, that's up to you. Yeah, if you want to let him know that, then you let him know. Maybe he wants that. Maybe he's waiting for that, or maybe that would be a good option for him. That's if you want to deal with it. Yeah, I'm sure you will. As soon as he gets over his drunk self, he'll be all right. Well, you got the holiday tomorrow, and it's going to be a short week after that. So, um, when he's in a good state of mind, I'm sure he'll talk to you about it. No problem, Maria. I hope you have a good holiday tomorrow. Let me see something. Yeah, I think I did. I have to check. Oh no. Yeah, it's not a holiday here in Bermuda, but I'll celebrate it. That's cool. Yeah, I was in the army too, so I'm a veteran. Sergeant Markey. All right. I'm gonna get my ass out of here. I need to go get some sleep. It's 1:20 in the morning. So I need to get my ass out of here and go get some sleep. But I'll be around tomorrow at some point. I'll be around. And I'm sure everybody's going to be online tomorrow chilling and stuff and hanging out. So I wish you all a wonderful Memorial Day. I think it's Memorial Day, right? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I wish you guys a happy holiday tomorrow. Enjoy it, rest, all that stuff. You know. Yes, nice to see you too, Joanna. I was wondering where you were. I was like, damn, I haven't seen Joanna forever. She disappeared. But I figured you probably was busy or whatever. But I'm glad you had a good work trip and good to have you back. I hope you have a good holiday tomorrow if you have one. Yes, Tanya. Good night, sweetheart. I'm glad everything is good. You had a productive day. That's good. And I hope you feel better. Rest and recover. But yeah, I should be here tomorrow at some point in time. So I'm good. All right. Good night, guys. Good night, Maria. Good night, Dan. And whoever else is here. Besos to all of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Mm-hmm.